Hello, Jag? I forgot to turn on the farm sim source, didn't I? No, I didn't. Jag? Meet Jag! How are we today? Oh yes. No face cam because I have a quite a bad cough actually. And I'm gonna be muting the mic up quite a bit. So I don't want you guys like seeing me coughing or struggling. Is it out yet? No. It's not out till Tuesday. You can still pre-order it. You can still get your pre-orders in, get your pre-order bonuses. And you can get the DLC on Tuesday from Giants. They were kind enough to send the media dudes some early access. Also, I've been very kind and put a little scrolly thing on the bottom of the screen where the webcam would be, giving you all the info about Platinum. So, there will be times when you just hear me stop mid-sentence, potentially, and everything goes silent. That's me muting the mic because I need to cough. Your disk drive is still broken, no point in ordering it. I mean, you can pre-order it and get the bonuses. Am I not using the Lexion? I think the Lexion's too big for this map. My opinion on DLC... I mean, Adibo, I put out over an hour of video this morning giving my opinions on literally everything in the DLC. I like it. The only thing that I don't like, and it's a major don't like, is the sounds on the biggest Torion. They're just plain wrong. Other than that, it is really good. Gabsky, hello. Yeah, the DLC releases on October 22nd. However, this is, in fact, the DLC. How can I... Actually, I can show you. I go to brands here and over to CLAAS. You can see they're all from the Platinum expansion. Pre-order Torion, both the Torions have the wrong sounds. Use a Massey. I literally swapped out every bit of equipment on this map for the CLAAS equivalent. For those of you asking if I've got the pre-order bonuses, number one, you should have watched my video, but number two, if I scroll over here, there's the Dominator, the little bit of equipment for the Dominator, and the Dev Mule Torion. Now, James? That is a good question, actually. I think the Platinum Torion has better modeling, because everything in this DLC is insanely well modeled. I do think that Smetty put on better sounds, though. Like, everything has custom sounds barring the Torion, and it sounds so ridiculously out of place. Ooh, hello, Alex. So I didn't want to not stream today. I was toying with the idea of not streaming, but I figured it'd be stupid to not stream. So I'm just gonna try and deal with this cough as much as I can. With excessive amounts of water. I'm gonna try and drown it. Season Pass, yes, you do get the pre-order bonuses if you have the Season Pass on console. And I'm gonna come clean, guys. Of the combines, you wanna see the Lexion 8900? Okay, let's get the Lexion. That's the point of not showing it off, is that I didn't think it fit this map too well. Let's get the Lexion, and we'll need the corn header for the Lexion, because I'm not going to use the small one, and I'll also need the header trailer for the... Could you not? For the corn header. As my new internet box. It works. By the way, something I missed in my little review is, of course, the fully modeled 3D tracks, which are a massive upgrade to the quite bad-looking 2D tracks that the game has traditionally had. We'll get the Lexian out on the cornfield. Something that Landy noticed, actually pointed out to me, is that the header trailers all like have specific places that the headers need to go, and they actually do jolt into position. So they are they are fully locking, he says, as the header just falls off the trailer. The new Lexian design is... I don't know what to think of it. Like, in Euro on the Xbox store, it'll be €35. Not 35, good lord, no, 15. Wait, is it... How much is the DLC? I'm giving away how much I bought it for. Which was €0. Are you locked now? Or are you going to be angry? Just finished watching the preview stuff. Yeah, that's why I was kind of very anxious to start yesterday's stream, and then when everything started going wrong, I just quit. I quit the plan to stream yesterday because this was far more important. And, no joke, zero joking here, I was up until about half three this morning getting those videos finished. And I was pretty much, like, myself, Landy, and Simulate were all on TeamSpeak last night, kind of making jokes that this was the hardest that we've worked for YouTube stuff in a hell of a long time. Also, it's one of the... Don't know how you got it for 20. I don't know how you got it for 20, actually, RN. Let's get the old lights on. Yeah, this header trader doesn't seem to like the corn header being on it. I've not used it yet. This is the first time we've used it. Dave doing work. I've been doing tons of work, Chris. Just nothing that really shows on the channel. Hello, Deo Reese Hughes. Just use my link, you're paying £18, 14 pence. It's €15, and I think the price in British pounds is very much related to exchange rates, which are very much related to politics, which, no, do not like. Got 15 on PlayStation. Yeah, I think it's €15. But obviously if you're paying in non-euro or dollars, the price goes a bit weird. Do you need the new patch to run the CLAAS DLC? Yes, I actually ran into a minor issue yesterday where I hadn't opened FarmSim with the 1.5 patch. Here's a top tip for you guys. I hadn't opened FarmSim with the 1.5 patch, and when I went to install the DLC yesterday, we were sent it yesterday, it wouldn't install. It said you need the 1.5 patch. So if you've not opened FarmSim since downloading the 1.5 patch or installing it, or if you've not installed the patch, you need to, number one, install it, number two, just open the game for even 30 seconds, just so that it writes whatever data it needs to write, so that the DLC will know that you've got the patch. Because I have been very busy and very internetless for a few days. And, oh, for the love of... This header hates me, I swear. The header just hates me. Can I even attach it from this side? This... Okay, if I flip the Lexion, I'm blaming whoever said to get the Lexion. Okay, it actually doesn't want to attach like that. Which is probably a good thing. Except now I gotta try and pop it back into a place where I can attach it. Hello, Simulate. I have discovered that this header trailer is a bit on the slidey side of things. And I need it to get the corn header up to the field that I need to go to. Right. If I can't fit the Lexion in that gap. That's a bit ambitious. What in the name of bitrate? What? Is my bitrate wrong now? Hang on. Can I change this live if it's wrong? My bitrate should be fine. It's saying 6000 CBR. Yeah, my bitrate's fine. Or should be. Right. Attempt number 3 at getting this the rest of the way up. My internet is holding up. Does the header trailer have a locking script? Let's see. It's going to F1. No, there's no... Yeah, there's no way to lock the header. It's just a case of drive more carefully than I tend to. Alright, there we go. So it does seem to lock a bit, it's just that sometimes it goes a bit slidey and weird. What a class stream. Oh my god, Paul, no! It's a terrible pun. Mad Jack, hello. I'm I would say good, I'm not good, I'm okay. Small bit under the weather. Got a bit of a chest infection going on, I think. Hence the no face cam, but other than that, I'm good. Let's run all of the animations at once. There we go. They feel very classy. I actually like the Combine interiors. I'm gonna be honest. They just work for me on a few different levels. Just nice. And of course, like me being a CLAAS fanboy, everything is good. Everything gets my approval because it's CLAAS. Especially the, frankly, redonkulous size of the grain tanks. I'm happy with the DLC. Very much so, Mad Jack. The only thing that I will say is bad, and it is bad, is the sounds of the Torion, the big one. They're just plain incorrect. So I'll praise you know, 99.9% of the DLC, the Torian sounds are a huge letdown. The little Torian, I don't know how well it comes across on screen, or on stream, or during the videos. That is adorable in-game. It is absolutely adorable. But it's not my favourite bit of equipment in the DLC. My favourite bit of equipment, my favourite item, is the little 400 series Arion. The smallest of the small tractors. It is just... it's so cute, and I can't not like it. That elephant is called Rake. Yeah, the lack of tethers and rakes is a bit odd as well. I don't know. The big Torian should sound a lot more like the Lexion than it currently sounds. I don't know why there aren't any rakes in the DLC, because you get, like, it's basically everything CLAAS make except for, like, tethers and windrowers, which in my eyes are what CLAAS are pretty well known for. Is like, that might be for another DLC. Yeah, it is very odd that they're not there. Big Torian's a 4-cylinder in real life. The Big Torian doesn't sound right in the DLC at all. Regardless of how many cylinders it has in real life, it should sound a lot more like the Lexion than it does. Because if I tab over to it and find it in my bank of machinery, like, that is not a Torian sound. You wouldn't comment on until release? I mean, he's doing... how do I phrase this in the way that doesn't sound like I'm crapping on somebody? Everybody who has the DLC currently is helping giants. We're all effectively doing the same job, if you will, which is to sell you the DLC. Our job, you know, giants give us the DLC early, and our job is effectively to try and sell you the DLC. Some people want to do that by praising it, some people want to do it by not commenting, some people want to be honest, and you've got to try and find what, you know, where the truth lies for you. I think, in all honesty, 100% honest, for 15-20 euro, or you know, for 15-20 of whatever your currency is, it's 15 euro, seemingly up near £20 at the moment. It's really worth it. You get so much. You've got a little bit of everything. It's really, honestly, kind of what I expected from John Deere. It's 20 euro? Ah. You know how marketing works. Yeah. It's like, and everybody's going to do it slightly differently. Yeah, the Torian in game sounds nothing like an actual Torian. That's the real disappointment. Because, like, me and Andy and Sim looked it up on YouTube. It sounds nothing like a Torian. Look up a real Torian on YouTube. What is it? The 1914? Where is it? Yeah, 1914 Torian. What's the tether and windrower like? There aren't any, Kai. There should be. I really think there should be, but they're not. I think so too, Landy, but I mean, that's just our opinion. It looks nice. It does look nice. This is the big boy Lexion. And something that I noticed is there is a fan in there on the radiator that doesn't turn. It's the only like negative I can give. This has got more than John Deere. I honestly like expected this level of content from when Giants put John Deere in. When we got the news that John Deere was coming in, I was expecting this level of content. Show the good things and not the bad. This is true, Yanis. But it would be a disservice to our followers if myself and Landy weren't honest with our own opinions. If we were just yes men, then you guys would know it straight away. Do I think the Roars and Rakes will come as add-on? I hope they're added as mods. I do hope they're added in time, but I don't know if that... in all honesty, there might be stuff. I'm not saying there definitely is, I'm not saying there's not. There might be stuff that's hidden away that isn't in the DLC yet and is going to come in on Tuesday as a surprise to everybody. I don't realistically think that's going to happen, but it... I'm not going to rule anything out at this point. Because I think it is very strange that, like, there's no class liners or class rakes or class tethers or anything. Sim, no, it's... I'm trying, still dealing with that blooming cough, and I don't want people, I don't want everybody just looking at me coughing my lungs up every 5 minutes. That's basically it. It's also why I'm periodically muting the mic, if you haven't noticed that yet, Sim. I'm muting the mic to literally just to...
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Ellen Farmers, thank you very much for the, I'm gonna guess that's $23. The €22.41. Hello. That notification seems very loud, by the way. Given how popular, like, all the CLAAS grasswork equipment, well, how popular CLAAS grassland is in general, it's very odd that there's no rakes and tethers. Like, extremely odd. And like given how high quality the sounds on literally everything else in the DLC are, it's very odd that the Torion sounds are that wrong. I'm using 6000. I'm using 6000 CBR, Landy. I mean, I could probably up it a bit more with the new box, but shouldn't need to. Okay, this Lexan takes a little while to empty. I do like the interior sounds on the tractors as well. They actually sound like you're driving a tractor. Looks like slow grain dump. I mean, for 18,000 litres, it's not that slow. It's probably about the same rate as Alexion would in real life. So, I'm not going to say it's slow. When's the DLC out? It'll be out on Tuesday, the 22nd. So, it'll be out midnight Central European time on the 22nd, which will be 11 PM UK time on the 21st. Real life, they have the fastest unloading speed. I mean, For 18,000 litres, that wasn't exactly slow. 11 PM for PS4. I don't know what the deal is on consoles. I can tell you when it's out from Giants. I can't tell you when it's out from Steam, from PS4, from Xbox. You know, that is where the mystery lies. Midnight for Xbox. Yeah, it might... Times may vary, is what I'm trying to say. Because Giants only have control over when Giants release on their website. And all the times around the Giants for... Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, best checking with Giants, because if they've been told times, they're most likely correct. Yeah, Giants may or may not release early. There's no guarantee, but history tells us that they might. If there's one thing I've learned with FS19 specifically, it's don't rule anything out ever, because you'll look like a fool when Giants decide to do it. Giants have released DLCs the night before release. It would appear like that in the UK, Martin, if you're downloading from the website. The thing is that you'll find that it's actually midnight German time. Or a certain hour German time. And as a fun little fact that I didn't realise until I found out in person, quite often when they do a surprise early release, I don't think I told Landy this either, when they do a surprise early release, nobody actually knows that's going to happen in the office. Some of you know that I was in Germany for the release of FS19. I was at the office, and Lars Lissertan, once we finished the final stream, said, "Oh yeah, just so you know, we'll be releasing an hour early." Nobody knew that. he was telling, like, he was telling Giants that the game would be out an hour earlier than advertised and everybody thought. So don't even think the Giants would have an idea of when it is actually going to drop on their website. WWE just released an SCU t-shirt. What? Giants, October 21st, 6 PM Eastern, 11 PM British summertime, 12 AM CEST, 5 AM BST. What? Oh, Steam. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Betty, for that. CLAAS DLC at long last. We get my favourite brand in the game. Landy got his treat at the launch of FS19, I get my treat now. I'm hoping that somebody's working on like some CLAAS tethers and rakes. If there is no plans from Giants to release them. Because they are items that I would like to see in game. Anything else bar the actual CLAAS gear coming, for example a map? No, it's... Peter, trust me, with the sheer bulk of stuff that is in the DLC, a map is not necessary. Plus, I'm gonna be real with you, Peter. Would you play a Giants map with this stuff? Would you pop this stuff onto a Giants map? Or would you prefer to bring it on to your favorite mod map? Because I know for sure that this isn't a Giants map, this is my favorite mod map. Hey, Mossy. Yeah, you're just gonna bring it onto a map that you like. And regardless of whether or not it fits, who cares? Last the treasure and stuff was released from the DLC is... I'm not gonna rule that out. You be on the IRL fields, hopefully working on lunch. Very nice Llama King. Nat, big 1970. Yes, Peter. That not a 980, dude. Yes. You can see me using a big combine. I have some vehicles planned for Shamrock already. I'm beginning the Shamrock planning. Mad Jack, just be patient with maps. There are a lot of moving parts and things can go wrong and things can fail pretty easily. The Shamrock planning has begun and I've got some ideas in my mind. And my chat has jammed. Fix, please. A lot of maps this... Basically any European map this DLC fits into really nicely. American maps, CLAAS isn't as big in America, but the equipment can go over there for sure. But yeah, it's nice. It's a nice generic DLC that can fit on pretty much every map. 970 you've been at? Fair enough. They stopped selling the Lexions as challengers years ago. They were never sold as challengers. They were sold as cats. They were the cat Lexions, but that branding stopped a couple of years ago. This is what you would see in America now as a Lexion, is the green and white. Yeah, I've got some basic plans in my mind for Shamrock, for equipment, that should be pretty cool. Just happy if Greenwich comes out of seasons, as CLAAS comes out, it's possible. It's entirely possible. I have to applaud Green Bale, by the way. I don't usually... shout out modders for random stuff that they've done, but I'm gonna applaud Green Bale and give him a shout out here because he is putting in so much effort to get Greenwich #1 seasons ready, and he's done that, and that's coming out soon. But #2, he's going into the map, and this is something that is irritating and kind of heartbreaking. He's going into the map and he's ripping it to shreds to get it onto console. Like, he is gutting that map to get it onto console because there's so much PC specific stuff that has to come out for Greenwich to go on console that it is... yeah, he's gutting it in places. And I applaud that level of dedication to getting a map to people. And Peter, I gave up on my map button towards the end of 17. Hello, James. 60 people watching. 60. I'm seeing 67, but that number's usually wrong. Sarcasm. PC version is staying the same, yeah. He's making effectively a console version of the map. I don't know if Giants will allow him to do that, but that's what he's going to try and do. How are you now, Chris? I see you there over on Twitch. Yeah, just looking at how fast this is unloading now, yeah, this is actually quite nippy. Purback, any news on that? Not that I'm aware of. Last I heard, Tom is probably not going to get it out anytime soon. Is the DLC out for the public? No, this is early access to the DLC. DLC will be out on Tuesday for you guys. Giants were kind enough to give a few of us a little few days of early access. And it's always appreciated. I'm kind of in the same camp as Landy that I think Tom's going hard at it with real world farming, and the map has taken a bit of a backseat. Oakfield, the map sponsored by CLAAS. But if the map doesn't come out because Tom's been busy with real life stuff, don't be angry at Tom. Just, you know, people have lives outside of Farm Sim, and you need to respect that. Dude's bringing in the cash. But I know some people are going to get really angry if the map doesn't come out. It's always the way. There's always a few that are just... They just want to find a reason to shout at people. So I think... what would you guys like to see next from the DLC here? Like, I've been using the Lexion and the 600 Arion, Axion? Arion, the 660. Be angry at Tom's boss. I'm pretty sure Tom is Tom's boss. What would you like to see me doing? Because I can do some plowing. Obviously I'm mid-season, so there's a few limits on what I can do. I do have a field capable of being mowed. If you want to see the mowers in action a bit more. Some plowing I can do with... I'm thinking the Zerion would be kind of cool for that. Check Facebook. Checking. If I can get into the combine. There we go. So I got my bit rate. Oh. I don't know what the issue is. Because... Right, let me run this through you, Landy. You can tell me where you think the problem is. I am ostensibly streaming at 6000 kbs, which is what I've been doing for a little while. OBS is outputting 6000 at kbs. Got it set to... Hey, blind boy. Bears and mowers would be nice to see. You can do that. But YouTube is seemingly getting much less data. So I'm thinking I might just need to straight up increase the bitrate. Which I can't do while I'm live. So I might do that tomorrow. I might bump the bitrate up to, I guess, 8K. See if that works. I should have some overheads in the internet to do that, so we'll see if it wants to be nice to me. What else do I wish the DLC had in it? Number one, some tethers and rakes. Tethers and rakes are definitely missing from the DLC. I feel like it'd be much better with it. And number two, and this is very, very selfish, I'd love if it had a class cougar, because I've always wanted like a good quality class cougar in the game, and it's just not there. It just doesn't exist. I know there is one that's been doing the rounds, but it's from like FS11 or FS09. It's just not the same kind of quality. But I'm gonna have to step away for a sec. I will leave you at the lovely sight of the Lexion. and I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll check the message on Facebook while I'm AFK. I am back, and I just want to compare my settings to Landy's to see if I've got a setting wrong. I think, Sim, if you're here, you might have a point with the Facebook message. All of my settings are identical to Landy's. That's interesting. Oh, no. Let's change that and that. Let's see if those two differences, two minor changes, might make a difference. Just from a marathon? I've just I've just run upstairs. CLAAS mods console compatible after release, or do you have to? I'm huffing and puffing like tomorrow. I don't feel like I am. Remember, Andy, I've got I've got a bad cough, so like I'm gonna be huffing and puffing a bit more than usual today, anyway. Like, I've been, I was sat downstairs earlier and I was just kind of huffing in the corner. Bloomin' egg. More water is needed. So, like, if it sounds like I'm huffing and puffing a bit more than usual, it's probably because of the, cough. And that kind of stuff. Back to NHF's question. I believe CLAAS mods can go on console once the DLC is out. The big issue with CLAAS mods on console once the DLC is out is what the hell do you make? Because pretty much all of CLAAS's range is pretty much in game now, so while you can get them on in theory you'll be able to get them on console after the DLC drops. What's a modder gonna make? Because all of Smelly's mods are in game. Tether a cougar, CLAAS cougar. I demand a cougar. Tether and Windrower is about it. Or I guess the older quadrant, the really old boxy one that I like. You can put that in. Because you can really just... There's not much you can do from CLAAS now. Other than going through old stuff. Or throwing in tethers and windrowers. Mod-wise. Should come to console... Well, it's down to the modders at the same time. Couldn't someone just release all the stuff in game as an edited version so non-DLC people could get them for free? I'd like to see somebody try, because it's straight up illegal. It's against Giant's terms of use. Somebody could release... Like, say, Smitty could release his 900 Axion on console, fairly sure. Or his Torion. But these should be... People want those will have the DLC. Hey, Oxy. I'm gonna do a fun little thing that I discovered last night, because I want to prove something to Landy. And what I discovered is... you can unload the Lexion into the Tucano. And there's the angle I had in the picture, by the way, Landy. You remember you were saying it was clipping? Nope. So, if ever you're bored and you inexplicably have two common vines on your map, you can unload the Lexion into the Tucano. Works with Ogre against too. Yeah. It just looks ridiculous. And you can unload the Tucano into your trailer. The Tucano, however, does unload a lot slower than the Lexion, which I didn't think of this. Okay, the Lexion's finished unloading, which means we've only got 11,000 litres left to unload from the Tucano. Unload from one side of the field to the truck at the other side. Nice! The Tucano does unload slightly slower than the Lexion. I may have made some mistakes. We're getting down at the end of the grain tank. It's empty. There we go. I'm liking the DLC. Like, it's some of the best quality Giants have brought out. I have, like, a lot of the cabs are just copy-pasted from one another, which may well be the case in real life, because it's cheaper to do that in real life as well. The only big thing that I feel very strongly about is the Torion sounds. They are atrocious. The big Torion, the 1914. The sounds are just wrong. I will praise everything else in the DLC, barring the sounds of the Torion. And I'm absolutely in love with the little 400 Arion as well. The smallest tractor of the bunch. It just goes. It has, like, more power than I think it should. What's the Dominator like? I don't I'll get it in game. The Dominator sounds pretty good, works pretty good, and looks pretty good. So here's the Dominator, like, to me, I just noticed the red blip there, so apologies if the stream dropped slightly. To me, this sounds about right. It sounds and behaves about right, but I don't own a Dominator, nor have I ever driven one, so I can't, you know, say for sure this is 100% correct or this is horrifically wrong. But it does sound more or less like what I've seen in YouTube videos. It does have, interestingly, a custom attach sound for the headers. If I run this down to the end to the Dominator header. Little buffer there. Yeah, I did catch the end of that. This is one of your favorites? I can see why. It's a nice, neat little machine. Would the Tucano header fit onto the Dominator? I mean, I can't see why not. Let's go one further and get the Lexion header. Let's go on further than the little Tucano header, which is 7 meters, and get the 12.3 meter Lexion header onto the front of this little Dominator. It's probably going to tip straight over. It does not have the power to run the Lexion header. Does it have the power to run to run the 770? Hey, Tractor Games. How's it going today, dude? Quick disclaimer, if you hear a quick pause in the middle of a sentence, it means that I'm coughing. It can totally pick up the header. It can't power it. And that is like zero clearance. Can I make a clip? Can I get it to clip in? Yes. Fantastic. Would you... Are you working on a farm? Do you have a header inside your combine cab? Hey, Julian Hall. I need to unfold... No. Oh, yes I do. Oh my god, it can run this thing. It goes at a bit of a wonky angle though. So it can run the 7... I didn't give the big boy a fair test then. Come here, you. Can we do the stupid? Can we run? No, insufficient power. Also, it doesn't clip into the cab. Yeah, you can totally put the 7 meter header on the front of the I don't know which 7 meter header I need to sell. I'm going to guess this one. Hope I'm correct. Let's get rid of the Dominator, which nope, it's over there here. Headers are horsepower rated and FS19. Yeah, which is nice. I always thought it was a bit silly to have somebody using the world's smallest. Oh, dang it! You're getting yourself reset now. I always thought it was silly having like tiny combines with massive headers. Let's do a bit of work with I'm stuck in a wall. Let's do a bit of work with the big boy. So let's grab this. We'll do some reverse drive plowing just for maximum silliness. Now this is the 4000. I figured the 5000 might be a bit too big for this map, so we've gone for the Zerion 4000. Let's get a plow on the back. Ah! The... Let's get the Ariane into the shed to bring out the plow so the Zeriam can actually attach it. The reach on the Scorpion is just silly. It is absolutely silly. In the nicest possible way. Because I mean, you know, most telehandlers, the reach is going to be out to about, you know, here-ish. And then the Scorpion just keeps going. You know, why you would need that much reach ever? See you, Landy. Why you would ever need that much reach, I don't know. But, you can totally, you know, do orbital bale stacking with that thing. Oh, I can't... Oh, it doesn't have the right attacher. I have to turn the cab around. Construction... It is actually... Yeah, Lamacking, it is a leap air. Construction televangelist? Is that somebody who, who preaches on a building site? The construction televangelist, the man who preaches construction. Build more things. Believe in the power of concrete. Oh, I had a plow up here already. Well, let's use that one. Because this one I know I can reverse cab with. Oh yeah. Are you watching on the iPad and see autocorrect? Yeah, 2x4 plywood. See, that's not a thing. At least you're talking about 2 rolls of 4-ply toilet paper. In which case he'd probably be a toilet evangelist. Well, I've come today. That is one of the best autocorrects I have ever seen, Martin. I applaud it. Because it just opens up so many weird possibilities. Wow, this is really good for like spraying or stuff. This is probably not what it's supposed to be for. 1999 Dodge Man, thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch. Hope you're enjoying. Has Dave lost the plot or what? What? Paul, you've missed the wondrous autocorrect of construction televangelist. Does a hard worker work in reverse cab? That's a good question. Go. 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 There doesn't seem to be an option to hire a worker. Let's detach this, see if the worker works forward, Gab. I'm no expert. I'm pretty sure the plow's not supposed to be like that. I'm displeased the constructions of what's gonna happen to try. What's gonna happen here is. Oh, please don't tell me it's gonna fall out in the other direction now. Just ping out in the other direction. It works. I mean, it's it seems to have repaired itself now. Bear in mind, things can do go wrong with with things in early access. Oh dear. Shall we get the little boy out on this field? Because I think the sheep need some grass. No, they don't. Should we get the little boy out anyway? Where are you? Oh, I parked you in a special place. You are parked over here because you're hilarious. This is my single favorite bit of equipment in the DLC, by the way, the CLAAS 400 series. It's adorably tiny and mostly useless, but it packs a surprising punch. For example, I am now going to try and run mowers off it. You like it too? I've got it with the panoramic windscreen, which looks terrible in the shop, but actually looks quite good in the sparkly excited kimchi perma-smug. Interesting link, Twitch. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but I feel like this needs to be tried. I should have the latest version of Oakfield. I might not. Listen to that horn. New seasons. Yeah, it could be one of like 5 or 6 different things. No way. I mean, it does work. It is running all 3 mowers. Just, not very well. Can run the front mower, no problem at all, though. Yeah, I mean, it was worth a try. On the bright side, you can, when in doubt, just park it in the carport beside the house. Let's get a bit of a bigger tractor on it. Let's grab this one. The 960, which... the sounds on these are so good. They feel like they're glued to the ground as well. Like I don't feel like I'm constantly at risk of... What broke? Nothing broke. I was just trying to get the teeny tiny Arion to run 3 mowers and itself. It wasn't particularly pleased. Meanwhile, the big boy Axion just doesn't care. It's just gonna rocket through this field. The butt cheeks? I think every question I asked got answered, because I was wondering with the tilty wheels on the Lexion if that was true to life, and I was told yes, for physics reasons. Can you see the little loader? Oh yes, yes you can. Little loader. The teeny tiny Torian, as I've dubbed it. Which just runs well. It feels a lot faster than it is. Like, when it's zoomed in correctly like this, it feels like you're going a lot faster than 23 kph. Or, what would that be in miles an hour? About 15 miles an hour? It feels like you're going proper speedy and not just kind of cruising very slowly. This thing good for pit... No, I mean for pit work you'd really want the big boy. With the terrible engine sounds. Because this boy is heavy. It has the chonk. I think the teeny tiny Torion is gonna be best used for like mucking out cows and dealing with animal stuff. I think that's where the real strength. Space sounds better. Absolutely messy. The sounds on this are just plain wrong. But the little Torian's gonna be better for dealing with animals. Can you see the lexicon? Where's the Lexion? Tucano is set beside the Lexion. I can't get into. There we go. The Lexion 8900, the big boy. It kind of sucks that it only comes as TerraTrack. But, you know, that might be the way CLAAS is going now, is TerraTrack all the things. Hello, Vagalakos. How's it going, dude? Is pre-Torian sound the same as the main one? Yes. Both Torians sound the same, unfortunately. Although I do prefer the Dazzle camo. Lexions and... Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised... Oh, you're Greek, dude! Yeah, much easier to call you Greek, dude. Because then I'm not butchering the Greek language. He says whilst not using the... I can easily be remedied, simulate. Dazzle camo! And... As you can hear, the sounds on this are pretty much the same. It feels like they just mucked up the whining noise that the real Torium has and made it too quiet. Made the engine sound way too loud. Interior's quite nice though. Like, quite well detailed interior. And I found out where that info plate was that says... Is it on this? I don't think it's on this. It is not on this one, so it's on the middle Torion. It's not on the small one, no, it's on the middle one. It's totally a Peugeot 307. Which, now that I've said it in the way this is pronounced in Ireland, people are going to shout at me that I've mispronounced Peugeot. So if you look, is it Y? That is a Liebherr info plate on the front of a CLAAS Torion, because it's a Liebherr. It's been repainted. In real life, it is just a repainted Liebherr. It's not, you know, there isn't a Liebherr of the style in game, so it's kind of cool that the real-world Liebherr info plate is on the front of the CLAAS Torion. I'm going to pour myself some water if I remember, but there it is. Gotcha. Exactly, Sam. Dacia, the brand that is pronounced differently by different people. Or Dacia, or Dacia. Hey, Irish. How you doing today, dude? Wrong button. It was the... So, if you're wondering what Sim's complaining about, is we were looking at Dacia, or Dacia, because we had a disagreement in TeamSpeak over how the hell you pronounce it, because we both pronounce it differently. We looked up two different ads. Well, we looked at the same ad in Ireland and the UK, and it was pronounced differently in the ads. From Dacia, Dacia. So nobody actually knows how to pronounce the damn thing. I'm doing good, Irish. Good enough, I should say. Then, yeah. Basically, that was when me and Sim learned just car brands are pronounced weird everywhere. If you think you pronounce Hyundai wrong, you probably don't. If you think Honda is the wrong pronunciation for that specific Japanese brand, it might well be. Why can't it be simple, like fraud or something? I mean, Ford, I'm pretty sure, has different pronunciations in different places too. This Torion's a right little beast of a machine. Like, it just kind of goes. Always nice. Where is... This is the 960. There we go. Let's get back to the mowing. Ford is pronounced rusty in the UK. Well, let's not forget Simulate. There's Opel, which is pronounced Vauxhall in the UK. It's also spelt Vauxhall in the UK. Or Holden or Buick. Yeah. Pool tabletop silage bunker. It's really easy to do that. I don't get why more people don't do the move all the silage to the back method of clamping silage in Farm Sim. It is the easiest method to get a nice looking bunker. See you, Julian. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're not rushing off for an emergency. Golf in the USA is called a rabbit. What? Fred, what on earth are you talking about? You're done, then you're set. It's the best way to clamp. You move everything to the back and make a ramp at the front. It looks nice and realistic. Then you come in to unload the clamp and it ruins it. Oh wait, the Volkswagen Golf. I've just realised. Thought you meant the Sport. I legit thought you meant the Sport. I got really confused. I know that Rounders in the USA is pronounced baseball, and they make a big deal out of Rounders matches. I'm not entirely sure why. But Paul, you know that I'm not even lying when I said, you know, I legitimately thought he meant the sport golf. I was like, no, they call it golf. A Volkswagen Rabbit. I'm gonna come clean. I really like pretty much everything in this DLC. It gave, I think, everybody who got it yesterday a bit of a headache, because it was basically, we spent the entire day working on Farm Sim, and we dropped every plan we had to do that, but it looks pretty good. It works pretty well too. I'm trying to do my best to like show off as much as I can from the DLC. We will be on this map all weekend. Tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, so any usual streams are just not gonna happen this week. So no flight sim for me. Well, there will be flight sim for me this weekend. No flight sim stream for me this weekend. Every Opel Astra has been released. Oh, GG America. How's Dave? Dave is a bit under the weather, Irish farmer. Dave has been suffering from a little bit of a chest infection. Hey, Patrick, that's the thing with everything in this DLC. Like, under load, they sound beefy as hell. Like, you could... It's rare in Farm Sim where you can hear the power of a piece of equipment or a vehicle, but everything in this DLC, barring the big Torion, just you can hear the torque. Let's get it under load again, and you can just it just sounds beefy. Hey CD, how's it going, dude? Like, even inside it sounds beefy, and the interior sounds tend to be, in my experience, a small bit on the tinny side in Farm Sim. You saw the chaos of the plow. Yeah, not entirely sure how that happened. See you, Glenn. If you're enjoying, guys, do hit the like button, and well, if you're on YouTube at least. There's no like button on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, give me a follow. If you're on YouTube, hit the sub button, and maybe watch some videos too. The custom sounds on these are just good. Like, even the little area, like even the little 400, I can put it under load up this hill. Just grab that real quick. The little... Where did I parked it over here. If I put the little 400 under load... Like, it sounds good normally. But if I get it up into this field here and get it under load, because small tractor, it gets put under load pretty easily. It just kind of... It's not under load, really. But it beefs up nicely. Then when there's no load, it becomes very tinny. Again. I've got an idea of how to get this thing under load. Where is the windrower? Did I leave that in a field, perhaps? Hey, Daz! Long time no see. Disco... No, that's... Yeah, that's... all fine. Is that the windrower down there? Yes. By the way, the lights on these are pretty good too. Hey, hang on, great demand at Empire stores. What's under great demand? Ooh. Change of plan, I'm selling canola. This'll definitely put the... I don't know if the little Arian can handle that trailer, but we're gonna try. And we're gonna try and succeed. Looking forward to having CLAAS go on the console. That's one of the big things for the console guys. For you console guys, is you can finally get your CLAAS equipment on consoles. I'm hoping this can handle it, because Empire Stores, yeah, that's the one up the huge humongous hill. This is definitely going to put it under load at least, which is kind of the aim. Perhaps too much load. Excessive load has been hit. It cannot deal. The 650? I'm gonna have to show you the 650 on this load, because... Actually, I haven't used the 870. I will use the 870 on this load and then put the 650 on the next one. Because I brought this in with the 650. Maybe this... Yeah, the little boy, he not like he the heavy thing. Looking more forward to season on console. But why not look forward to both, AS Farming? You're allowed to look forward to two things at once. This doesn't sound as beefy as the 960, but I mean it's not as beefy as the 960. There is, however, still considerable considerable beef involved in this bad boy. The beef levels are indeed high. And I think I put the wide tires on this, so it's quite chunky too. It is thick. Are the tracks actually 3D? You tell me, CD. Does this look actually 3D to you? Does this look 3D enough for you? They are 100% 3D. At long last, say some people. Let's just stop the 960 and get it's 70 on the go. It has a bull under the bonnet. They've done amazing work on pretty much everything. Like the only major issue is the Torion sounds. The Torion sounds are wrong, and that kind of sucks. But like everything else is pretty on point. All the modeling work is on point, at least. And when everything has custom sounds, barring the Torion kind of stands out as having the wrong sounds, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks bad because everything else looks so good. I'm doing okay, Brendan. Bit under the weather, but powering through. They're wrong to what a real one sounds like, Patrick. The Torion sounds are straight up wrong, and not like, oh, I don't like the sounds because I want them to be this way. They're wrong. They're incorrect. Any decent mods out today? You know, for some reason I didn't check if there were any decent mods out today. I felt like I didn't need to show off any new mods today. Not entirely sure why I felt that, but you know, I'm sure there was a reason. I just can't think of it right now. Can't afford the DLC? That sucks, dude. In all seriousness, I legit didn't look up mods because I didn't feel it was necessary with the DLC. The DLC really for the next few days is going to be the star of the channel, and I'm just going to be showing it off as well as I can. Also, that Torion really just beasted up the hill. Holy cow, Torion. Axion just beasted up the hill. Got the Torion on my mind now. All is Torion. I think the Torion would look good in any paint. It's just a good looking machine. I'm going to GS cheat money just real quick because I just realized I don't. GS cheat money -3 There we go. That's much more realistic to what I usually have in game. Has spell have to come first? Yeah, I mean, real life stuff has to come first. Games are just kind of an added little thing that you can play with. Pinko's did the challenge within 17. Probably could. The dev mule is technically a mod. Like, it's in my mods folder. But honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to spend time screwing with farm sim mods anymore. I would say save up for a GPU, Massey, because you'll get more. You get a bit more use out of that than you would a PS4. Because there's a ton of games that just are free on PC. Like Epic have free games every week. I don't like the Epic Game Store, but I do like free things. So I'm willing to overlook the fact that I dislike the Epic Game Store for free things. Which of course are the best price for things to be. I got Surviving Mars last week, I got 2 new games this week. And yeah, the Batman games the other week. I think they got 2 more either next week or the week after. Yeah, I've probably got about €200 worth of games just free from Epic. It's not doing my game collection numbers any good though, because like I'm just accumulating more and more games that I may or may not ever play. PS4 is cheaper for now, but bear in mind, Massey, the PS5 is releasing next year before Christmas. So if you buy a PS4 now, you're getting something that is going to be obsolete in 12 months' time, pretty much. Whereas a GPU, sure, it'll be, you know, outdated in 12 months, but you can still play games to the same quality in 2 years' time. That's the way I look at it, at least. And with the 20 series after coming out from Nvidia, you can get a pretty good value on a 10 series card. Helper Derp has completed their task. Let's see how Derp did with the old ploughing. Where are you? I mean, an attempt was definitely made, but holy cow, that's a mess. Also, I'm pretty sure that the plough broke again at some point. You get a 960, go up to like a 1070, 1080. My sister has a PS4 and a laptop that's been, please don't derp, that's been broken for a while apparently, that I've been told that I need to fix. Here we go. That was, Patrick, that was definitely some work. I'm not sure about the quality you were saying it was. Like, that was definitely some ploughing had been done to that field. Yes. In a PC is 1050 Ti. It works like a charm. If you choose to put it in 1080 Ti. If I could afford it, I would have put a 2080 into my my PC, but the 2070 is honestly like just beasting everything. And now that I moved my PC to the other side of my desk, which is a very minor change in the grand scheme of things, it's actually running cooler. I think it's getting just that bit more ventilation in where it is now, and it's running a hell of a lot colder. It does help that the weather itself is getting colder. You've never seen worse. Peter, you have not seen my artistic brilliance with a combine. Peter has not seen my artistic visions with a combine harvester before. Second gen integrated GPU. Integrated graphics never work well. I don't like integrated graphics. Just for what I do, even what I like using my PC for, integrated graphics are way below the standard that I need. like, it's good to be fair. It's good, Patrick, but when you come to like working on making some art and stuff and rendering videos, integrated graphics suddenly starts to fail you. And the same with trying to push games to their limits. Like, integrated graphics start to there is an inherent limit to what integrated graphics can do. Which is why I've got a beastly card. Granted, having 32 gigs of RAM also helps. Hey Curtis. One of the best decisions I made was getting 32 gigs of RAM into this thing. Because it's still, still actually above middle of the road. We want to get 1070 to be fair. It's just a money thing, yeah. And if you can't afford it, integrated graphics are a great idea. If you can't afford a graphics card though, go with a graphics card because you will get much more bang for your buck. I am really rocketing through water today. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's something that I have noticed and something that I know I will come to regret in a little bit, no doubt. So I've been talking a lot about my thoughts on the DLC. On my DLC? On the DLC. What do you guys think of Platinum? Like, is there anything that stands out as something you're looking forward to? Something you're kind of eager to use? I'm going to change tractor for the next grain dump. I will actually, thank you for the reminder, Paul. I'll swap to the 600 for the next grain dump. Is there something you find the DLC is lacking? Like, I think it's lacking some more grasswork equipment, some tethers and rakes. And a cougar. But it was never going to have a class cougar. As much as I love the class cougar, it was never going to be in the DLC. Yeah, Curtis, if you don't have it, there is a link to buy it. Thoroughly recommend. It is the highest quality DLC I have ever seen for Farm Sim. Giants have gone insane with the level of detail. Is this the 600 or is that the 400? That's the 400. Where's the 600? There's the 600. Surprised there's no... There's a... CD, there is a round baler. Let me just get this filling up and I can show you the round baler. Lack of a saddle track is a surprise. Lack of equipment for the fifth wheel on the Zerion is a bit of a surprise. There is a round baler, a Roland 455 Unirap. So, you get your round baler, CD. Only, yeah, you can't take the wrapper off. But I mean, you can turn it off. Video made you want it? Yeah, you feel free to use Landy's link. Mine's there for people who want to help me out. His is there for people who want to help him. If you feel like you owe him, use his link. Or you were hoping for just the straight up baler? Yeah, there's no straight up round baler. That's, I guess that's a bit odd, but I'm fine with it in a way because the combi rat balers are kind of becoming a lot more common now. I would imagine they're a bit cheaper to run than having two sets of equipment out on field. So hey man, yeah. And hey CD, if you make a CLAAS round baler or CLAAS Roland, it can go on console. In theory. You know, Giants have the license. It's active in game. If you got CLAAS Roland on the go, it can, and you want to put it on console, it can go on console. Whether Giants would find a million minor issues with it that they seem to find in every mod is a different matter. What would be great, and what's still lacking from FarmSim, is some sort of way to get even basic testing for console done on PC at home. Because at the moment, the only way to test stuff for console-specific issues is to send it to Giants. Which, in my eyes, wastes everybody's time. You know, it wastes the modder's time because they might be working on something going entirely the wrong direction for console. And from Giants' side of things, you know, they're testing a mod that's probably going to fail a few times. The speed of the tractors in the DLC, the tractors are a nice speed, like 50 k's is nice. Rainbow, what, Jay, what? There you go. 4th time's a charm, Ralph. My favourite machine is kind of a tie between two. I'd say a tie. There's one that just nudges it on sheer adorableness. And that is this thing, the CLAAS Ariane 460. Oh yeah, the 600 was always going to struggle on the hill. Like the 800 struggled a bit. The 600 was always going to struggle. The Ariane 460 is my favourite thing in this DLC. It just goes. Like, you tell it to do things, it does it. It's claimed the title of my favourite piece of equipment in game now. Coming a relatively close second is the most adorable little loader I ever did see. The teeny tiny Torion. The teeny tiny Torion is just adorable. And is my favourite loader. I'll probably not use it much because it is largely useless. You know, it is very small. I think it'd be great for animal work. Track forager, I don't like the 960 TerraTrack Jag. It just seems wrong. Also, you've got the quite ludicrous extension that the Scorpion has. You got the Scorpion's ludicrous extendo arm if you want to load things from across the map. And you've got just a really nice mix of equipment that kind of covers all bases you might want. Like people have complained, and they've complained because it's not John Deere. But there's nothing other than the Torion sounds that is inherently wrong, and it's got a bit of something for everybody. Probably more useful than the blue on the base game. It's about the same. Climb the telehandler arm for a laugh. I want to sell off this load of canola first. The big Torion sounds are wrong. They're just like, there's no way to beat around the bush. They're wrong. They're not what the Torion sounds like. And with everything else having really nicely done custom sounds, the not quite right Torion sounds kind of stand out like a sore thumb, and that kind of sucks. Like, the fact that everything else sounds so good actually makes the Torian sound worse. I will climb the scorpion arm, just to kind of give you an idea of how redonkulously high it is. Because, like, it is ludicrous. Hang on, I've got to climb into something that won't dump me into a wall. The 870? Yes, the 870 will do. So that is at full extension, I think. Yep, fully extended, fully up and back. The dev mule will do here. Actually, decent horn sounds. Yes. It'll hurt more than go-karting. Doubt that, because I was sore for like 3 days after go-karting. So if ever you want like a really good vantage point without using some sort of flying mod, you can just get yourself a scorpion and load yourself up, because it's quite silly how tall it is. Like, it is far, like, most of the telehandlers in the game have a reach of about here. And the Scorpion just keeps going. It's got much more reach than the other two telehandlers in the base game. Or the two big ones, I should say. The two that it'll be compared to the most. I did see, by the way, that this sale has completed. So let's get this back down to the yard, and landing should be starting up in a couple of minutes. So we'll get this down to the yard, and then I'll call it a stream there, I think. That is great for thumbnails. I mean, I just use cheaty fly mode because it's a bit easier to get the exact height that I want. But yeah, it's a good height for doing some weird, some kind of interesting angled thumbnails. And Martin, to answer your question about Testons, it doesn't end well. I put literally just a base game line palette on the end of it with maximum extension, and it got very upset. It got very, very skittish at the rear. Because obviously the center of gravity starts getting very, very high with the arm fully extended. I'm the only Twitch streamer from the UK you can actually watch. Excuse me, I am not from the UK, I am from Ireland. Which might be right next to the UK and partially in the UK, but I am from the bit that is not in the UK. Because nothing is simple on this little island. Even the bit that's in the UK, people say, no, we're not from the UK. You need to back wait for it then. I mean, you need to not be silly about extending it the whole way and trying to bring it around a map. You know... I've done it now. Like, honestly, you need to just not be silly with the Scorpion's reach. Best advice for it is to... Best advice for the Scorpion is to, like, use the reach sparingly, because it does get very upset if you push it too much. Almost 19,000 litres of canola. That is going to do it for today, though, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with basically more of this. And, you know, if there's stuff that you want to see... if there's more of this that you want to see, and Dodgeman, I can guarantee you there's plenty of people from Ireland that you could totally watch. It's just that I tend to be a bit more chill at times. I find that a lot of streamers tend to put far too much energy in and just yell at their mics, which... it annoys me. There are some streamers that I just can't watch because they're just yelling into their mics constantly. It's like, no! No, the microphone is there so you don't have to yell at people. But that is going to do it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more of the same. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're looking forward to the DLC. Hope you want to pre-order it. Exclamation mark platinum if you do. You want the link. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.